You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show, a wrestling podcast with attitude.
What I'm about to tell you is 100% true. This is not a work. This is not a joke. This is indeed fact. This is 100% true. I can't believe I'm reading this in 2019, but here I go. WWE just named Eric Bischoff and Paul Heyman as executive directors. Bischoff is going to become the executive director to WWE SmackDown, while Heyman will be the director of WWE Raw. This will enable Eric Bischoff to be able to speak directly to Fox executives and work things from Fox. And both apparently will report, though, to Vince McMahon. This is... I almost can't believe the news I'm reading this morning. There was a time when I said to get this going again, but it was literally 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. And the only thing that they're missing, quite honestly, is Jim Cornette as well. Quite funny enough, I've had interaction with all of those people except for Paul Heyman. I spoke with Eric Bischoff a couple of years ago, if you guys remember, about being on his website, and I still have that. We had a great conversation with Eric Bischoff, and at the time, he pretty much didn't believe that he would ever be back to WWE, but except to do a few little things here or there and appearances and things like that. If you were to tell me that, if you gave me several news stories today, several different news stories, and you said, guess which one is going to happen, I'm going to have to say that in all situations, I would have not chose this one. I would have laughed at this one. But it is indeed true. Now, this does not mean that these two individuals are going to necessarily... Who the fuck keeps Facebook messaging me? It doesn't mean that they're necessarily going to appear on TV. My God, I'm going to kill somebody. It doesn't mean that they're going to be on TV. And I want to thank everybody that sent me this news, by the way. I am dealing with a severe ear infection still. Although, I went to the doctor yesterday, and they said my ear infection's gone. He was like, yeah, you look good now. But my ear feels like it's got a golf ball in it, and I can't hear. And I was in excruciating pain last night that kept me awake, and such pain that I couldn't even do a show. And it feels like my jaw hurts, and my head is starting to hurt, and I'm all kinds of messed up. And I have no idea what's going on, or if it's going to go away, or if I have some kind of major issue that I'm going to have to go to the ER for, that maybe the medical doctor doesn't know about. But anyway, that being said, bitch, cry, moan, I had to come on here and talk about this, because this is incredible. Eric Bischoff and Paul Heyman are returning in roles, basically, I guess, background GM roles, right? So I suppose everything would stay the same way it is, where like Vince is back there and Shane's on camera and maybe Stephanie and whatever. But I guess part of this too is filling the Road Dogg void, because remember, Road Dogg kind of was the guy on SmackDown who heard everyone's ideas and would put together all the SmackDown stuff, and Road Dogg would then take it to Vince McMahon for final thought, final say. Right? Now there's no Road Dogg, and he helped on Raw. So with Road Dogg not being there, Eric Bischoff apparently is going to be the one to fall into that spot, but almost a more corporate angle in a way, because Eric Bischoff won't be really a guy like Road Dogg who can get through all the wrestling, but he is a guy who can make creative corporate decisions and yeah, it's just a different flair than Road Dogg. It's a whole different flair than Road Dogg. But I see that as the, I don't know if they would have brought Eric Bischoff in if Road Dogg was still there, because Road Dogg probably would have been the liaison to Fox. I'm assuming that. I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't exactly know. This could have been planned anyway. Road Dogg could have been there, and this could have been planned. Hell, they could have been planning on getting rid of Road Dogg. And Road Dogg stepping down could be one of those things where, hey, you know what? We're going to have you, go out on your own terms and go to NXT. We think you'd work great there because we're going to be bringing in Eric Bischoff, and then we're going to put him in your spot. But rather than, get rid of you then, bring in Eric, so it looks like Eric took your place and you were fired, you sort of step down kind of thing. Go to NXT where you'll be happier anyway, and Eric Bischoff will come in. I mean, that could have happened as well. I don't know. Road Dogg is great. I know that. But will Eric Bischoff be great in this role? I don't know. And will Eric Bischoff put up with all the bullshit that goes on there now? I don't know. I mean, I guess he will. Paul Heyman will, but Paul Heyman will speak up, though. Paul Heyman, he probably does speak up now. They know what they're getting with Heyman. But this is incredible news. And quite frankly, I can't believe it. Guys, what do you think? Leave it in the comments down below. My name is Joe Cronin. I may be live tonight and maybe live in a little while because this medication that I just took so much ibuprofen that it may be possible for me to do a live show. Hopefully it is. I don't know. So I may be live in a little while with you guys on my other channel for another, day stream like I've been doing. More content hopefully is on its way to Patreon. Put everything on hold the last couple days to try to heal up, but it just feels like I'm getting worse. Yet the doctor says the infection is gone almost. He said it's just a little red now, but it's much better. So, I don't know what to say about that. But either way, I'm not a doctor, and if I die, we'll know who to sue. And if I go to the ER, I'll have to pay out of pocket, so that's going to be a dangerous thing to do. So I'm going to wait it around a little bit more and hope that it goes away. Hope it goes away by my birthday tomorrow. I'll monetize this because that's in jeopardy. And then, of course, 4th and 3rd of July are a party. So, it's just a horrible time. Feels like every major event the last year on my show has been messed up. I even monetized this. We had to push monetize this 200 back because I got sick. It's like I just keep getting sick during all these great times. 2019 has been a piece of shit. Anyway, what do you guys think about this situation with Eric Bischoff and Paul Heyman? And I've got a really funny story to tell you guys about what I said to the doctor the other day on Patreon. And also a funny story about what I said to a guy at a Japanese restaurant the other day. And I also am going to talk back about some of the response JB had for me. So I'm going to fire back about some of that. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about, either live today or on the Patreon on Morning Madness. But either way, leave a comment down below. What do you guys think about Eric Bischoff and Paul Heyman coming back? And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on my daily wrestling videos, the news, the opinions, and the podcasts that we do here. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm sorry there was no Out of Nowhere last night. But potentially, if we're feeling good, me and Connor and Jake, maybe we can get a podcast in before the weekend. Fighter Fest coming up Saturday. That's going to be huge. WWE pissed off Kenny Omega. They are for the first time, I believe, running Evolve Wrestling that same night to counteract AEW, which is kind of a dick move because AEW's show is a charity event. So they saw it as a dick move. Kenny Omega did some virtue signaling in his tweet earlier. But it is kind of a weird thing, but, again, competition is competition. If you want to play, I guess they're going to play, even if you're doing a charity. So some people had lots of controversial things to say about that. And right now it appears I'm trying to dwell on to get to the 10-minute mark so I can get a second ad, but, fuck it. Yeah, I am. Because, hey, we're at the 9-minute mark. Might as well go 10. But most of the other news doesn't matter. All that matters is this news. This news is huge. Eric Bischoff, Paul Heyman coming back. It's ridiculous. I mean, this is something I can't... can somebody pinch me? I can't believe this is real. CM Punk files lawsuit against Colt Cabana. That could be a video all by itself, but rather than make it, I'll just put it here because I won't jip you guys on that. CM Punk filed a counter lawsuit. Yeah, that's right. So Colt Cabana's other lawsuit apparently is still active. I wasn't sure about it. Punk is seeking $600,000 for general damages as well as interest and legal fees to amend the lawsuit that Cabana filed in August 2018. WWE Dr. Chris Amon sued Punk in 2015. What a mess, man. Why would you sue Colt Cabana? You know, I mean, how much money is Colt Cabana worth? What do you guys think Colt Cabana is worth? I'm going to say that potentially Colt Cabana could maybe have $100,000 in his bank account, maybe a couple $100,000 if he's a good businessman. I don't know. I don't know what Colt Cabana has in his bank account. I have no idea if he has $1 million. I don't know if he has $5,000. You know, I don't know. What if Colt Cabana only has $50,000 in his bank account? What if he has $100,000 in his bank account? What does CM Punk have in his bank account? Like $20 million? I don't know. Just what a dick move to your former friend to sue him for that much money. I don't know what it is. If I was CM Punk, I'd be like, you know what? I'm the bigger guy. I'm gonna back off. You know. But then again, you know, Colt did sue him, but I have no idea. I don't know. What do I know? I don't know anything. Anyway, there, I got us to 10 minutes and I got us to 11 minutes. Leave a like, leave a comment, let me know. We'll talk more about it later, guys. My name is Joe Cronin. Hit me up on Twitter at CorruptedPod. Patreon me at patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. And I will be back today with more content if I can. I'm telling you, when this ear kicks in, it's fucking debilitating. I've never felt pain like this. This is one of the most painful things I've ever felt in my life. It's crippling. I've almost cried because of the pain, and I'm not afraid to admit it. It's crippling. And I never thought I'd experience something like this. And they just tell me that the infection's going away, keep taking the antibiotics. And I'm like, yeah, but why does it feel like a golf ball's in my head and people are ice picking me in the head and my jaw hurts and it hurts to chew and I can't open my mouth? And I guess this is normal. But anyway, bitching done with. I'll see you guys in the next video. And if you're not subscribed to my other channel, youtube.com/CorruptedPodcast, Corrupted Nation, I'm going to be live maybe in a little while on that channel. Just heard my kid yelling for me.